technically for religious use, but somehow always with enough left over for, let's say, personal reflection. Monks documented their vintages, praised the divine quality of fermentation, and occasionally ended sermons a bit slurred. Then you had saints who were practically the patron protectors of partying. St. Bridget of Ireland once prayed for a lake of beer for the heavenly host. And yes, that's a real quote. St. Arnold of Soissons is said to have saved thousands by urging people to drink beer instead of water during a plague. Science? No. Accidentally correct. Absolutely. Even religious festivals doubled as excuses to drink. Christmas, Easter, Saints' Days, they weren't just for praying. They were for feasting, singing, and warming your soul and bloodstream with ale or mead. Pilgrims often stopped at monasteries where monks offered hospitality in the form of bread, shelter, and just enough wine to make the next leg of the journey spiritually questionable. And if you passed out under the altar table, well, you were just resting in the presence of the Lord. Of course, the Church condemned excessive drinking, but like most medieval rules, enforcement was wildly inconsistent. A noble might get a stern sermon, a peasant might get tossed in the stocks. A monk, he'd just get reassigned to less liquid duties. Let's be honest, in a world where beer was safer than water, someone was always bound to overdo it. And while medieval society loved a good feast and a bit of booze-fueled cheer, there was a limit. Once you crossed the line from merrily tipsy to shouting at goats and trying to joust a fence, that's when the town stocks came into play. Yes, the dreaded stocks, medieval society's favourite blend of punishment and public entertainment. These wooden contraptions clamped your ankles, wrists, or neck and left you stuck in the village square, exposed to the elements, hecklers, and occasionally a very disappointed sheep. Getting put in the stocks for public drunkenness wasn't rare. If you were loud, rude, vomited somewhere sacred or strategic, or decided to moon a local bishop, you might find yourself clamped into public humiliation by dawn. The punishment wasn't just physical, it was deeply social. Your friends, neighbours, and that one nosy blacksmith's wife all got to watch you squirm, stew, and sober up slowly in full daylight. Children might throw old vegetables. Monks might mutter scripture at you. Someone would definitely say, "Seen that one before." Ironically, you weren't always punished for drinking, only for being bad at it. Nobles could drink themselves into a coma at feasts with no consequences. But if a cobbler tripped into a pig trough after